Sister Zaina. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dearest brothers and sisters, let me tell you my story how I converted to Islam, the perfect deen. My conversion to Islam was long overdue. I started learning about Islam from about the age of 15, but I only took my Shahada earlier this year. I am now 25 years old. I had always had an interest in religion as I believe that it helped me become less ignorant towards people and more tolerant towards people of different races. Although at that time I thought I was well in tune with my birth religion, I was starting to feel more drawn to Islam, not just because of the religious teachings but also for the political and social aspects as well. I was lucky at that time as I had a lot of friends that were also Muslim, so I received a lot of dawah from all of them. I had decided that I was going to do a project for my sociology GCSE on Malcolm X. I read his autobiography, which I really connected with. Incidentally, I passed my sociology GCSE with an A+ grade because of my project. As time went on, I was starting to learn more and more about Islam, and if I am honest, I knew then that it was the right path for me, but I let my ignorance get the better of me. I should have taken my Shahada then, but tried to justify it to myself that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had wanted me to become Muslim, He would have made me one from birth. I later learned from reading that Muslim actually means to be born in submission of God. So technically we are all born Muslims. I went on to college where I let Jahila control my life. I was out drinking, smoking, clubbing, and generally just acted like a kufr. But deep down I always did question myself, was I any happier? The answer is no, I wasn't. Anyway, even throughout college some of my closest and reliable friends were Muslim, and where I came from it was almost unheard of that Sikhs and Muslims would even hang out together, let alone be good friends. At this point I became very confused spiritually. I looked into other religions as I wanted more from my life, but I was scared because I came from a Sikh family, and it is unheard of that a Sikh would convert to Islam. I read about Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, and Sikhism. I still felt that I was not getting the answers I needed that Islam was giving me. At this point I became very lonely, as I felt I didn't belong anywhere. I knew I should have taken my Shahada, but I didn't. I couldn't be with my friends being a Jahil, and I couldn't be with my friends that were practicing Islam. I decided to become agnostic. I did, however, change my lifestyle. I stopped drinking, I stopped eating haram. I finished my relationship with my boyfriend, who was Muslim. My way of dressing had never been a problem because I had never been one to show too much flesh. I thought, this is it. I am happy. Well, that's what I tried to convince myself. I thought my life would be easier. I had given up all the wrong things and my family was happy as well. But deep down I wasn't. I used to think about all the major events and milestones that had taken place so far in my life, and at every point I either was thinking of becoming Muslim or my Muslim friends were connected to it in some way. Then earlier this year a very dear friend of mine was killed while out in Cambodia. She was doing voluntary work there. She was also Sikh but wanted to become Muslim. We had planned to take our Shahada together and move in together, as we both knew that our families were not going to accept our decision. I was very upset, and one night in February I was particularly upset when I saw a bright white light come beaming through my curtains. I fell down in sajda and I recited my kalma, and that was it. I was a Muslim. I started doing my salah 5 times a day. I felt so much better for it. I can never explain how good I feel after my salah. I told my parents the truth as the pressure was on for marriage, and as I expected they have disowned me, but insha'Allah they will come round one day. I now live with my sister, who incidentally is also Muslim, masha'Allah, for 8 years now. I don't view Islam as a religion but a way of life. I am still only in the learning stages, but insha'Allah I will get there. I feel truly blessed that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala persevered with me and blessed me with the strength to become part of His deen. To other brothers and sisters who are thinking of coming on deen, please don't leave it that long and suffer the mental anguish I did for 10 years. And don't fear your family or the world, for you know what you are doing is right. And insha'Allah the rewards will not only be paid here but also in the afterlife. Jazaka Allah khair.